I've got a great project for you that I'm really excited about. That my son and I have been working on this project for a couple of years, and I'm going to put a link in the description below, and maybe even a link up here for you to click if you haven't already seen the 1969 Carillon, Schulmerich Carillon. The Carillon was designed to work in a church building and broadcast out over the neighborhood, the Westminster chimes, and then a scroll music player that played hymns. And it had a programmable interface, and I went through all of that in that previous video. Additionally, my son and I built a musical instrument digital interface for the Carillon that uses the organ input cable. There's a trunk cable with 72 conductors in it that would go to the organ down on the main floor in the worship center, and they could play chimes and for weddings and things like that, for special events, for Christmas and weddings. They would control the Schulmerich amplifier and chimes from the organ itself on special occasions. But other than that, it would run on a regular clock and chime the hour and do a call to worship at 11 o'clock on Sunday mornings. It would ring the bells, and then it would play a song every 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, noon, whatever. And it ran for many years, since 1969. And after I retired from Calvary in about 31 years of work there, I had an agreement to take that Carillon that hadn't been running in many years, and I retrieved it and brought it up here to the Ham Radio Shack and Vintage Media Museum. So I've got it running again, and it chimes a couple of times a day. It chimes the hours, and then it will play a song during the day. And I have a horn speaker outside the window here that broadcasts across the neighborhood. And so far, I think the neighbors have appreciated having a Schulmerich Carillon in their neighborhood, even though it's not a church building. What I wanted to show you was that this project involved taking the MIDI, musical instrument digital interface hardware, and adding a memory card to it. So we put, Jesse bought me a backpack for the Arduino that is the heart of the project, and we added a memory card. And in that memory card has some MIDI files, I think 6 or 7 MIDI files on it that Jesse found online somewhere. And we converted it to 2 voices, harps and bells. So we took the MIDI files and moved them to play 2 channels instead of 12 or however many on the MIDI that it would play. So it required some measure of modification of the MIDI files, but nothing too serious. The point is that anybody could do this if they wanted to go to this kind of trouble. But this has been a great project. We're bridging 1969 technology with 2024 technology, and so it will be a lot of fun to demonstrate this project to you, and I hope that you get something out of it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll reply to you in the YouTube chat window. Okay, everybody, I've got a real treat for you here. This is the Carillon, Schulmerich Carillon interface that my son and I have built. And you have seen the previous video, perhaps, on what this is involved. You'll notice a 100 conductor or 70 conductor cable here. And you can see it down there on the floor, running across the floor down there and going over to the Carillon. And we'll go over to the Carillon in a second. And currently it's powered by USB on the laptop. And then you can see right here a backpack on a 2560 Arduino. And there's a SD card backpack here with some MIDI files, musical instrument digital interface files on that memory card. And so the idea is to, sorry for the focus there, the idea is to take the MIDI files and transfer them into something that will trigger the chimes and harps on the Carillon. And so that's what these 24 transistors are, and these 24 transistors here. There's harps and chimes, and all of these signals go to the harps and chimes on the Carillon, the 1969 Carillon. So it's an old setup, and we have interfaced it now with the digital world. And this includes a little LCD screen that we had part of our projects, and you can see there that it's cued to play Claude Debussy's Clair de Lune in the MIDI format. And so we're going to play. We're powered by 12 volts here that runs the relays on the Carillon and runs the transistors and the associated circuits. And then we've got a little switch here that, if I can get the camera to focus on, there it is, a switch that we push it one direction and it plays, push it again and it pauses, and then we can advance the tune. I think there are 6 or 7 tunes on the memory card right now. So we're going to go ahead and start it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it from this distance, but we're going to walk over to the Carillon. All right, we'll start it. Okay, now we're going to advance to the next song. If I can get this to focus here. All right, those are the harp things that are playing right now, and you can hear the clicking. Let me move over here. You can hear the clicking of the harp strikes playing. Now, I wanted to point out that what you're hearing is an actual sound bar that's being hit with a little tiny hammer, an electromagnetic hammer that strikes the harp bar and rings the bar, and then there's a sound pickup device that amplifies that and sends it out into the speaker system.